What is going on? I've got 3 of the absolute best OTF knives that you can find on the market right now. So you're probably wondering, oh, these must be Microtech OTF knives. And no, they are not. These are Gaurdian Tactical OTF knives. This is the Gaurdian Tactical Recon 40 Elite, the Gaurdian Tactical Recon 35 Double Edge, and the Gaurdian Tactical, well, these two are the same also. Gaurdian Tactical is basically an up-and-coming knife company. They mainly make OTF knives, and they do an amazing job. They're 100% made in the USA, and their designs are seamless. And honestly, I would prefer one of these over a Microtech Ultratech or a Microtech UTX 85. They have amazing materials. The action feels seamless. They use bearings on the switches, which Microtech does not do, and it offers an incredibly smooth OTF action. The switch design, the stepping on the switches is aggressive enough to grab your thumb nicely, but not overly aggressive to where it would hurt. And just the ease of the blade deployment is much easier than a Microtech, I think. So yeah, this version, we got the sleek red aluminum. We have the black washed dagger blade, which interestingly enough, it has a hollow grind, which is super badass for the dagger blade. Definitely makes it a bit more usable for EDC tasks. And then this is the same knife, but it's more of a tan color scales. We have the same blade with the same finish. Also an LMAX steel. This version has a little lanyard going on here. The ergonomics of these OTFs compared to like a Microtech are definitely a little bit more wider. A Microtech OTF, they're a little more thin in design. Definitely not hating on Microtech. They make amazing quality knives, no doubt. But in comparison with these, I just think these are very similar in quality, and they just feel a little bit nicer, and they kind of have their own like uniqueness to them. And this one right here, this is probably the largest OTF knife that I have ever seen. This thing is kind of massive and completely badass. We have the very unique Tanto blade, LMAX steel with the black coating, and black aluminum scales. The only thing I'm not a huge fan of the Recon 40 Elite is that every version comes with this American flag, as well as this little US agent protective service thing on here, which I'm not like trying to be a cop or anything, so kind of deters me away from wanting to buy one of these. Same with this Fate Loves the Fearless. I'm not sure you can get this knife without those features, so with that being said, I would keep that in mind. Just to show you how big this knife actually is, do a little measurement here. So we have a 4-inch blade about. Blade is about 4 inches. The overall length is 9.5 inches. And then the handle length is 5.5 inches. So kind of a big boy. Not overly heavy, like the aluminum keeps it fairly lightweight. The Gaurdian Tactical pocket clips, they work well. And on this knife, they are reversible, the pocket clip, but on the Gaurdian Tactical Recon 35, the clips are non-reversible. Now the milling on the scales here, I think they put the milling in a useful spot. It's similar to the milling of a Microtech. Not too aggressive, but aids in the grip. I think I like the handle on this more. It doesn't have the milling on the sides, which doesn't really feel super needed, but it does have this little bit of milling on the face of the scales, which I like more for some reason. And then I think I like the dagger blade also a bit more. Just for a comparison, I guess we'll measure the Recon 35 as well. The blade length is 3 1/4. The handle length is about 4 3/8, 4 1/4. So this one's definitely a bit more of a practical size for EDC, I think. And for a bit of a comparison, here's my Microtech Ultratech, just to kind of show you the differences here. Different switch, different width of scale, similar blade length, which is interesting because similar blade length, but the Microtech handle is a bit longer.